for these two matches. Ricardo Goss and Sipo Chain are the reserve goalkeepers. So a player down, and Sipo Chain are the reserve goalkeepers. So a player down, 10 minutes gone, a match still struggling to get into action. There've been bits and pieces, OJ, of some nice fluent play from the South Africans. This their best move of the lot so far, but still 0-0 after 10.
Leto la diura di Robedi, Africa Borwa, Tsolofelo Kirore. Tsolofelo Kirore. Moraga motshameko Africa Borwa e tla be sutlelela go le bajalo kwa metshameko ya 2025. Seo ke Tsolofelo e tletsenya ma Africa Borwa gore se ka direga mo letsatsi la gompieno fela thologelo ke itumedisang. Mzansi is number 1. Dirile sentle maloba kwa gabo kwa kabega fela jaaka dirile sentle mo metshameko ya fetileng ya setlhopha sa bosetšhaba ebile o tlotlilwe ke puso ya Eastern Cape go gone motshameko le kawana le la Ronald Williams a re bone maphosa tsa kgwele e simolola kwa morago jaaka re bokamoso bo a phatsima mo le kawana le la Roshwin Dotley ke boka mokwena tshamekela gape mo tseleng ya ga Roshwin a re bone Africa Borwa Sailor a batsa kgwele ya rapalatsa le molathoko ka kwa botlhaba jalo bala re bone ba tswa ka lebelo Africa Borwa tla le ka go dira mo kgweding yeo fela ba ba tsentse loto motse ke tshele ka re motshereganyo o tla re kgweletsa ka kwanta re bona mshashe ba ba sireletsa kwa morago le ka bona la Fimamelini a ba sireletsa ba ka sekotlo gopola gore pheke fetileng 50th cap na tlhagela lekgatlho la bosoma matlhano mo mebaleng ya setlhopha sa bosetšhaba Themba Zwane wa go sa Oswin dikhutlo di le pedi mo bekeng tota ka la botlhano di fetogile go nna dino a re bona gore fa go tla diragalang ba ba ka sekhutlo gape ba ka sekhutlo ya go toswa tiene ya Police kgwedeo tshameke wa setlhopha sa kwa porofenseng ya Limpopo setlhopha sa Rise and Shine mme go pala gore o na batliwa ke bontse jwa ditlhopha segolo thata jang ditlhopha tse di tsewa le ditlhopha tse di kgolo mo Aforika Borwa ya se mo Aforika Borwa fela le kwa ntle ga naga ya Aforika Borwa a tsa kgwele a romela Police fela ba kgona go e tlhatlhola moiso ba ba tswa ka lebelo Congo Brazzaville fela ba ba le gone mrembola kwa morago Tebogo sireletsa jalo mo kgweleng eo takara Aforika Borwa bontsi jwa batshameki ba ga ba tlwaela go tshamekela mo mofuteng wa tlhakwa lebala bana ba fa ba re ba thulana le naga ya Rwanda tla gopola motshameko o na nna bokete thata mo Aforika Borwa se go thata jang gore go tletse metsi mo lebaleng fela re bona gore Congo Brazzaville ba tla dira mo kgweleng eo jaaka ba tsa kgwele ba romela mo lebokoso la ditene le kawana la Luzet fela ga bo go kailwe gore le tantabetse Mohamed Ibrahim ele mothusa motsereganyi le ena tswa kwa nageng ya Sudan le ena tswa jalo kwa nageng ya Sudan le kawana le re bone Khuliso romela kgwele ntle offside le fa ba eteletswe pele ka dino di le tlhano kgona go lemoga lerato le balatedi ba kgwele dira bona lone mo setlhopheng se sa Congo Brazzaville ba tlile ka boetete mo letsatsing la gompieno a re bone kgwele e ka bona la Kambamba fela ba etsenya loto Aforika Borwa kgwele ka para jalo le Themba a re romela le telele tla ba sia tla go ka mogatla fela e be mosile kgwele Elias ebe mosile Elias go tloswa kwa morago e tloswa jalo ke le ka wala la Fimamelini mo dira tiro ga gagwe kwa fora kwa setlhopheng sa Fleury 91 monna yo wa Fimamelini romela kgwele fela bone Kcongo Brazzaville ba le gone Dudley bea goela jalo mo diatleng tsa ga Ronan Williams di wela jalo mo diatleng tsa ga Ronan Williams tlhabela kwa pele Ronwen Naru dira jalo Rutuan fela arbona or batla dirang Afrika Borwa mo bokosola de tene Tebo Mokwena tshabekela mo tseleng ya Themba Zwane ba robala Themba fela ba mo tsela kgwele bonolo ke tele bala le ba imela fela kopane le motho kwa morago kgweleso modau Sailorman Khoris Check stoppa sa ga Red Tidiela David Ozuna Paulus Arbona Paulus Tau kgwele ba jalo fela matsaraganyar khala tsamaka sentle Ikram Rainers abaka jalo gore khala tsamaka sentle Ikram Rainers kete wa itsecha matsaraganye wa khalema matsaraganye ba dikaganyetsa jalo Ikram Rainers le kawana lela Nzuna yo dirantiro kwa Slovakia Pensa FC Duck Bawe tlhoma kgwele bona matsaraganye na batla sengwe mo kgetsinye kwa morago tlhomele Afrika Borwa jaanong kgwele mo the Teboho Mokwena range fa ke fa itseng gone botoka Teboho Mokwena aka go ga le rumo fa le gone se solo fele gore o tla tshameka le batshameki nae wa go etsa ka tlhamalalo o na le yo mongwe khona go diraga dikgwele tse ke bua jalo ka le ka wada lela Maphosa ba itlhomile Afrika Borwa ba dirile le bota ba boetse botlhe kwa morago fela ke go ra kere ga ba kitla ba itse gore le rumo le fetileng fa thoko ga bone boela kwa morago Mrembole boela kwa morago Maphosa le ene o eme o ipakanyetsa go ka tlosa kgweleo a re bone jalo Mrembole a ba igogetsa ba fafatshe fela ba kgona go ibusa kwa morago ba goga gape feta kwa thoko fela o kgona go lemoga gore ba ne ba sa tsenya jalo dikakang tse dintsi thata mo kgweleng ye ka mokgwa o ba ragileng ka gone setlhopha sa Afrika Borwa ka mokgwa o ba ragileng ka gone fa e ne le letsatsi lengwe se le la gompieno ba ne ba tla etsa botoka go feta jaaka ba dirile jalo tlhomile kwa morago Vermaelen ana monna wa ka kwa nageng ya Belgium Hugo Broos tshimega tla go pola gore o fentse sejana se ngwaga wa 2017 le naga ya Cameroon monna yo wa mo Belgium kgweleso modang ya leka go ya jalo ba ya kwa pele Afrika Borwa Elias ba itsa ba robela ka kwano thoko fela ba le gone kwa morago Nzunza fetela ga jana ya leka Afrika Borwa kwa pele fela ya gana nanya banyana kwa morago naga ya Kcongo Brazzaville a re bone monna wa Ambosi simolla jalo kwa morago kgweleo fela bia go wela jalo mo diatleng tsa ga Ronan Williams a go etlosa kwa morago kgwele ya Ronan Williams o iketlile kwa morago tsa kgwele o e tshamekela jalo mo tseleng ya ga go molemo tokafala motshameko mongwe le mongwe o tshamekang go molemo mme mothetso di setse di palelane ntse le noto Congo Brazzaville e le noto Africa Borwa re mo motsotsong wa bo 12 o tsweletse pele a re bona o tla fetoga jang Mike.
Yes, so Jay, a game still struggling to come to life as it stands at the moment. There have been some good moments, particularly in the midfield. South Africa, a lot of pace, and when they do move the ball quickly, they do look dangerous. But 0-0 after 20 minutes. Of course, the other night it was 1-0 after 20 minutes with that goal from Mokoena, who was then to score his brace and complete his brace after 27. So far fairly comfortable, although there are signs that Congo Republic are going to be a little bit tougher of a proposition today than they were away from home. Oh, Ronwen Williams almost getting himself into some difficulty there. Kekana helps him and bails him out. And eventually South Africa will just knock that ball upfield. But again, they lose out in the midfield and the counter-attack comes swiftly. Just one man to aim for. The linesman flagging already for the offside decision. The referee, I think, is going to go and have a chat to the players. Foul committed, or rather the infringement committed by Ganvula, 28-year-old who plays for Young Boys in Switzerland. He's a man who was injured for the first match of the two, but back in the side today. And he'll be valuable to their goal-scoring exploits. He scored in back-to-back matches against Zambia at the end of 2023 in a World Cup qualifier, and then in a 1-1 draw away at Gabon in March. Keeper not sure whether to come or not. He's defended as well to help him out. It's good experience defending from Mbemba, who's on debut today. Number 22. The only locally based player in the Congo Republic. Brian Passy sending it wide. That's a nice pass. At times they've got some good inventive play, but you can see that they don't really have the wherewithal to know what to do with the ball when they do create good positions for themselves. And generally it's been fairly comfortable for the visitors so far. Back to Ronwen Williams, 49th cap for him today, so just 2 matches behind Tembazwane. If he plays, which I'm sure he will if he avoids injury, in that away game against Uganda, which could determine who tops the group, that will be his 50th appearance for Bafana Bafana. So big milestone coming up for him. Hopefully by then, the Yashin trophy in his pocket, and it'll be a real fillip for Africa if he can do that based on his goalkeeping exploits. He's a goalkeeper who's certainly getting noticed around the world. Dortley, last season, was playing for Cape Town Spurs. Now in the books of Kaizer Chiefs. Oh, mistake from Williams. Very nearly getting himself into trouble. And he's lucky that the bounce of the ball helps him out. Well, that's very uncharacteristic. Obas, though, spreads the play nicely towards Mudau on that far side. This is promising. Cross comes in, blocked by Loic Farial, who's a late change to the starting lineup today, number 21. He's come in for the man who was originally named in that left-back position, Poati, who's been left out. Obviously an injury in the warm-up, but Lois Farial, the man who plays in Cyprus for Katokopias, has come into the side. It's only his 2nd cap today. He's the man who puts it behind. What's also been noticeable is how much better Congo have defended their set pieces, and the few corners they've had to deal with, they've dealt with a lot better than they did the other night when they conceded 2 goals to free headers by the Bafana Bafana team. And very, very soft defending. They've changed both their centre-backs, and it certainly has made a difference. That's a lovely flick on. Now, Mokoena, what can he create? Oh, just wide of goal. Terrific effort from a man who scored on debut for the national team. He got himself into a really good position. There was shambolic defending from the Congolese. And the opening created such a good chance that he's put his shot wide. On 25 minutes, that would have been the goal that South Africa would have been able to breathe a little bit easier as far as things stand. But it's gone wide of goal. Beautifully worked move after a terrible mistake from the Congolese. And the man who's so impressed, Hugo Bruce, that Bruce writes his name in the selections, even though he's been a little bit shaky of late. You can see it's played through for him. And Mokoena just looks up and fires the ball wide of that upright. So near and yet so far. No chances from Mokoena this time. Goes back to his goalkeeper. And that's a lot calmer. Mudau is seeing a lot of the ball. Not seeing much game time, though at his club at the moment, but seeing plenty of time in national team colours. Now Modiba. It's a superb pass. Modiba does well to control it out of the air and win the throw-in for South Africa. So Bafana, the last time they lost in a match inside 90 minutes was against Mali. That's 16 matches back. And that was at the opening match of AFCON 2024. They haven't lost since, other than in penalty shootouts. And in fact, the last time they failed to score in a match was against the Congo Republic's neighbours, the DRC, in that third-place playoff at AFCON when South Africa won on penalties. It was 0-0 after extra time. Good pressure from Oswin Apollos, winning a throw-in and winning the ball high up the park. That's good play from a man who has stayed at Polokwane City. Rather remarkably, there have been many clubs who were interested in him. He's managed, Polokwane City have managed to fend them all off, so he stays with them. And coach Hugo Bruce has said he's happy that Oswin Apollos can stay in South Africa. Look at that pass, blind pass away to Mudau on that far side. That's terrific play. Now they need a run in the centre. Mokoena makes a good run into the box, but he hasn't received the ball as yet. South Africa doing things rather patiently. In now, Mokoena breaks the dummy, trying to allow the ball to run for Reyners. Doesn't quite get to him. And the break is on potentially now for Basu Amini. Does well to retain possession of the ball, then concedes possession, but the referee's whistle goes and he gives a free kick to the home side. So this match just starting to spark a little bit now, with Mokoena having that great chance, and Congo Republic also stepping it up a little bit. Just by the way, Uganda with their earlier win today, 2-1 against South Sudan on that synthetic pitch in Juba. It does mean that Uganda have gone top of the group on 10 points. South Africa will join them, and in fact will go above them on goal difference if they win today. So at the moment it's Uganda on 10, South Africa on 7, Congo Republic on 3, and South Sudan on 0. So South Sudan cannot catch South Africa or Uganda. So it's really only Congo Republic who can still catch South Africa if they were to slip up today. But a win will secure the possession. Nice ball forward. Lovely little touch from Reyners. Now it goes into the centre of the park. Apollos looking at his options, looking for somebody on his inside. Nobody there at the moment. Modiba comes to help him out. And no chances taken there by Obas. Goes all the way back to Dortley, who's slotted into this defence like a hand in a glove. Really looks as if he's been playing for the national team for many, many years, even though he's making only his 7th appearance today. It's Grant Kekana, another man who's invaluable to the side. 31 now, Grant Kekana, getting on in years, but his experience certainly telling. Dortley looking at his options here. And there's always a man to pass to. Mokoena sending it wide, looking for the outball to the right-hand side. Picks out Mudau. That's nice play. Mudau looking at his options. Again, Mokoena makes an intelligent run into the box. Zwane just lays it off. Nice through ball here, looking for the touch. Reyners sending it on now to Mudau again. This is promising. Men in the box, almost a free header and put behind by Pasi. It's good defending from the central defender. He's just put the ball behind and conceding another corner. And that's where South Africa are dangerous. They're using the outballs well. They're using Apollos really well on this left-hand side, using Mudau really well on the right-hand side. Mudau's doing so much work as that wide player. And they are the two outballs. Obas and Mokoena controlling things in midfield as well. So Apollos will take this corner. Not too many men to aim for in the box. Imagine somebody will make a run sooner or later. See what the delivery is like. It's gone deep, it's gone to the far post and cleared off the line by Forial. And he puts it behind for another corner. Well, that was a nice header. It was on target. And the defender, the left-sided defender, who plays in Cyprus, having to clear from under his own crossbar. The corner will be taken from exactly the same side of the park. So, Bafana starting to ask a few more questions now. It goes to the near post, little flick on. And in the end, the danger is averted for the Congolese, but warning signs there. South Africa starting to make some headway with their set pieces. They're starting to show what they can do. They certainly have enough attacking intent on the field of play. They've also got players like Maswanganye on the bench, Tapelo Morena, Luke Leroux, And of course, the young star who turns 20 next week, Relebohile Mofokeng, who's made such an impression for both club and country. Those are the options, the attacking options for Hugo Broos. He's got plenty of options if he wants to. By contrast, his opposite number has very few options on the bench. Half an hour played here. It's a match of few chances, but the better chances that have been created have fallen to South Africa. Although, let's just see what happens here with striker Ganvula. And he's closed down, very well defended by Dortley, just shutting him down. First real chance we've seen in the game so far for Congo. OJ, still 0-0 on half an hour.
bonnete ke gore Afrika Borwa ba nne le ditšhono di le mmalwa fela ba retelelwa ke go ka fetolela jalo ditšhono tseo mo dinong setlhopha sa Congo Brazzaville ba ba fitlhelwang jalo mo bogareng jwa kontinente ya Afrika. Maiteko a bone a ntlha ba bona jalo sekhutlo a mo tsamaiketlileng le kawana le lelama Ambuasi e le mokapteini mme ya re bona re batla tsa kgwele Antokit a ba romela fela matsereganya ba kaile sengwe ke teo ka supa jalo Congo Brazzaville ka monwana kgwele ya go tloswa kwa morago ke setlhopha sa Afrika Borwa mme bonnete ke gore Afrika Borwa le naga ya Uganda ke bone ba ba tsholeditseng seatla go tsena kgotsa go batla tekete ya go leba jalo ka kwa Morocco mo ngwageng wa tlhang setse re itse gore Burkina Faso, naga ya Algeria, naga ya Cameroon setse ba iponetse ditekete tsa go leba jalo kwa motshamekong o motho a ka re ba mo sefofaneng se se lebang ka kwa Morocco. Mshish Themba Zwane tshamekela mo Elias Mokwana tshamekela mo lekao la ka kwa Thembisa Themba Zwane bona msimana ka kwa Northern Cape kwa Kuruban Bathusi Obas Apollos Bathusi aka goga fa le gone ba fokotsa bogale na gogile Bathusi tsaka morago ka de ka botlhale kgile ya Congo Brazzaville ba tswile jalo ka botlhale ka kgile a re ba kapteine o tla dirang ka kgile yao le ka go batla phatla fela e tsengwa lotho kwa morago e bua ka maphosa ba e tshamekela jalo mo engineering ya setlhopha sa Afrika Borwa ke bua ka Themba Zwane maphosa ba romela kgile telele ba tla jalo Mokwana o etsa ka seatla motsereganya re play on e be a tla le tloa Afrika Borwa ba bona no ya ntlha Elias Mokwana Kolobaka kokota Kolobaka na le ditšhono le ka bona le ke ka mokgwa o bona bontsi jwa batshameki ba Afrika Borwa ba tla go keteka le ene le fa o sa bone ke temotha tlhontse fela ke boitumelo gore at last ka feleletsa a dirisitse lefokoleo Elias Mokwana o nnile le ditšhono tse dintsi mo nakong e fetileng Elias fela re telelwa ke go nosa go bona nno mo letsatsing la gompieno bona ka motsamaiketlileng bana ba itheile ba rwetse re ka seatla a sireletsa kwa morago a femalene fela kopana le yone gape Elias Mokwana a tsa kgwileo a iatlanya le letloa wana Afrika Borwa noto naga ya Congo Brazzaville wana Afrika Borwa noto Congo Brazzaville dirile pogo Afrika Borwa mo setlhopheng se mme ba itse gore ba tlhoka nno ya phimola dikeledi motho a ka rialo gore re nile gone le rona mo metshamekong e kgatlhanong la Afrika Borwa ba ba tlhokang Afrika Borwa motsereganya re motshameko o phepa o tswele pele re tla bona ya bobedi fa bona ke fela ba ba tsela yone ka bona la Luzet ba e tshamekela mo go Farrell Bathusi Obas simano wa kwa ga Motinye tswa kwa kgaolong ya Batlharo simano wa Motlharo tswa teng kwa le kwa mafelong ao kwa Northern Cape fetile kwa setlhopheng sa TS Galaxy pele ga na bona Sundowns e mongwe wa kela jalo kwa Clear Cup le ka bona le mme o kgona go lemoga gore wa phatsima bathusi obas tsene fela ke temotha ka re mo ditlhakong tsa sephephelo Jobe Sithole kgwele ba romela be wela jalo mo tseleng ya ga monosi wa nno Elias Mokwana Themba Zwane Seila tshamekela mo tseleng ya ga go molemo ka ba ithaora Afrika Borwa ke bone ba kwa gae ka mokgwa ba iketlileng ka gone ba ja monakaladi wa ke bolela ba iketlile ke te batho ba le kwa lefelong la boroba shogo ga go letsa pale ba fisang pele Afrika Borwa fela mo tseleganya ba ka phoso kgatlalo la Afrika Borwa bathusi obas kgwele ya go tlhomiwa ntshiwa jalo ke banna ba Congo Brazzaville Afrika Borwa ba boela botlhe kwa morago ba boela botlhe kwa morago Afrika Borwa tsentselo toma khwa fela ba ba retelela ke go dirisa kgwele ka botlhale Ronan Williams tshabegela jalo mo tseleng ya ga Maphosa Themba Zwane Maphosa Apollos bathusi obas Roshin fela ba sentse kgweleo ba tshamekela jalo ka kwana thoko mo tseleng ya le kawana la Ambosi ba romela ba tlhoka lesego Congo Brazzaville Afrika Borwa ba tle go ba tlhasela jaanong bathusi a re bone Elias thaka re jaanong go itshepa go a boela mogene confidence ya boa go itshepa fela mo tsereganya ba so ba batla jalo gore supie kwa moloreng fela mo tsereganye o gana nanya banyana gore kgwele ga ikitla ya jalo kwa moloreng Themba Zwane fafatshe ke te ba mo tshwere mo lengenaneng a Themba Zwane mme bathusi ba potlako ba tsena mo lebaleng go ka tlhola ke tla itumelela seo Hugo Bruce tla go pola gore metshameko ye batla ba ikonosetsa mo kgweding e tlang kgwedi ya ngwana itsele tshameko wa bone wa bofelo kgatlhano le naga ya Uganda ba mo tlamela fela ke te go lebegele kgobalo ye masisi ba go morwala Themba Zwane ke ipotsa gore a mme gone o tla kgona a kgwetsa a o tla tlhola kgona go boela jalo mo lebaleng a mme ga go lebege jalo kgona go lemoga gore kgobalo ya le mo go yone Themba solofelo ke gore ke kgobalo e tla reng a fa ba setlhopha sa dingaka sa setlhopha sa Afrika Borwa ba mekamekana le ene seo e beng le gore ga se kgobalo ye masisi jalo le ka go lebelela gore ba reng ba morwala Themba ga ke bone a ka boela mo motshamekong mshishi ga ke bone le seng a tla boela mo motshamekong seo se ra gore jaanong Hugo Bruce wa go patelesega ke go dira jalo phetogo e ana se ikalla go ka e dira me ba Mr. Jalo Patrick Tito Maswanganyi ba Mr. Jalo Tito ba le bantse ba ipotsa gore o tla bona le ntshono me ke yone tsono ye ya gore a ipontshe sa dirilweng ka sone le ka bona le la Tito yo motha ka renga mo metshamekong ya selegae ko tlhopheng sa gage o tshwanetse go ka dira sentle le ka bona le la Patrick Maswanganyi ba yakga Sailor Elias Mokwana fela ba khona go motsenya loto mo kgeding ile ka bona la Farrell o ka ile sengwe motsereganyo ka sengwe re tsamaile sebaka sa metsotso ile somamane 40 minutes re bala metsotso ile metlhano gore motshameko ya go ikhutsa Elias Mokwana tisa pharologanyo mo motshamekong no mo botsotso bo somamaro le boraro ile 1 Africa Borwa ile not Congo Brazzaville. Mike.
Well, OJ, the game is certainly spiced to life with that goal, brilliantly taken goal by Mokwana. But I think it's the pass, the assist to him, and I stand corrected, but I think it's by Modiba. An outstanding ball from the left-hand side, played into his path. The keeper made the initial save, the ball bounced loose, and Mokwana had the presence of mind to stay calm and knock it into the net. So it's his second goal for Bafana Bafana. Really vital goal that he managed to score. He scored on debut against Andorra in that friendly in March. He's not, incidentally, the last man to score on debut for South Africa, because the last man to do that was Talent Mbata against Uganda at Orlando Stadium in the first match in this group stage. And Mbata, of course, out injured. But Mokwana, who also assisted for Reyners' goal in the next match in that 3-3 draw against Algeria. So he certainly, his Bafana career started really well. Then he went off the boil a bit, but he's come back to life. Corner comes in, cleared. Apollos just hacks it upfield. Well, Temba Zwane will certainly remember his 50th appearance for South Africa. Won't necessarily remember so fondly his 51st appearance, because he's gone off injured. You could see that he was in serious trouble, and he kicked the ball out of play and just went down immediately. And let's hope it's not a nasty injury for the 35-year-old. Who is such a key player in this Bafana side. Man who scored 12 goals already for them. But he won't add to his tally today, and Patrick Maswanganyi has come on to replace him in midfield. So I've been getting some messages about my comment that I made earlier in the match, so I just want to clarify that, about the fact that I said if South Africa win today, they will go top of the group ahead of Uganda. And some of the fans have said to me, but doesn't CAF work on head-to-heads? Yes, it does work on head-to-heads, but the match between Uganda and South Africa ended in a draw. A 2-2 draw, of course, at Orlando Stadium. So the next criterion would be goal difference. And South Africa are way ahead of Uganda on that at the moment. So if South Africa win today, they would go top of the group on goal difference, because the head-to-heads between themselves and Uganda would be level. So I hope that clarifies it, and that's the reason for my comment that I made earlier. Throw in into the box it goes. Congo Republic appeals for a potential handball, not given. This is Brian Passy, who's looked streets ahead of some of the other defenders in the side. What a ball he's played here! And the offside flag goes up. No goal for Basu Amini, but he took it so well. They can appeal all they like, but flag went up early from the near side linesman, Ibrahim Mohammed. What a ball, though, from Brian Passy. And now the bottle's starting to come down onto the field. The Congolese fans are not happy about that at all. They've scored only one competitive goal all year, and they were looking to add to their second here with a brilliantly taken finish by Mons Basuamini. It would have been only his second goal in national team colours, but when the ball is played, and it's difficult to tell from television replays, the linesman had his flag up straight away. So the goal won't count. The Congolese fans are aggrieved. Bottle starting to come down on the side of the field. We don't need that in our football on the African continent. We've had enough incidents of late. Nigeria, of course, not playing their match against Libya because of all sorts of shenanigans that are happening there. And it's becoming a little bit unsavory now in the stadium. The atmosphere is certainly building. It was a very well taken goal by Mons Basuamini, the man who plays in France for Pau. It's his 11th appearance today, would have been only his second goal for his country, and he took it so well, so accomplished. But the offside flag was up, so they can complain all they like. It's not going to make any difference. It certainly has added to the atmosphere in the stadium, and it's got the fans motivated and heavily invested now with half-time approaching. I venture to suggest there'll be a fair bit of stoppage time added on because of that injury to Temba Zwane, as the Congolese try and fashion a chance. Apollos just gets it clear, long-range effort, not far off. Wow, they certainly are starting to pepper Ronwyn Williams' goal. And shots coming in from long range. We saw what Uganda did at Orlando Stadium with the long range efforts that beat Valley Motwa on that occasion. But there are bottles on the playing surface. It's not a friendly atmosphere at the moment in the stadium at all. 3 minutes to be added on. We're into the first of those now. Congo Republic, as they're known. Congo Republic, or Congo Brazzaville as you prefer. Officially the country is the Republic of Congo. They have no goals. South Africa have 1 goal as things stand at the moment, but it's getting a little bit unsavory now, and the referee's going to have to keep tight rein on proceedings. Free kick goes to the side in red with 2.5 minutes to play in this first half. South Africa with that vital goal through Elias Mokwana becomes one of a number of players to score on debut for the South Africans. Of course, Dr. Khumalo was the first man to do that with a penalty in Durban in the very first match against Cameroon way back in the 1990s. Ball running through here to Ronwen Williams, but they're bottles on the field. You can see, and they need to be cleared, and Modiba is doing his best to try and clear the playing surface so that the game can continue. The referee's letting play continue regardless. I can tell you earlier today, very, very big upset in African Cup of Nations qualifiers. Ghana, 4-time former champions of the continent, lost 2-0 against Sudan, whose neighbours, South Sudan, of course, in South Africa and Congo's group in qualifying. Sudan beat Ghana 2-0, which puts Ghana on the verge of elimination. They'd have to win both the remaining matches and hope for favourable results elsewhere. So 4-time former champions on the way out, potentially. Lovely play here from Apollos, linking well here in the midfield with Maswanganyi. Now, men over. Reyners tries an effort from long range, way off target. Maybe the better option for him was to go wide to the right-hand side. The game is certainly spiced into life with that goal and with a disallowed goal as well, and with Themba Zwane going off. Been a lot of incidents. First 20 minutes didn't have too much to recommend it. Now it's a lovely through ball, and it's a goal! And this time the goal will stand. And this time it's the same player, Busuamini, who's put the ball into the net in stoppage time. It's only the second goal that Congo Republic have scored all year. In official competition. They scored in a 1-0 win against South Sudan in September, and they've scored today to level matters now against South Africa. What a vital goal that might be for Congo Republic. And Mons Basuamini, the 26-year-old who had a goal disallowed just moments earlier, has found the net again, only his second goal for his country. And he's levelled matters deep, deep in stoppage time here at the end of the first half. It's Congo Republic 1, South Africa 1, and the stadium, which a few moments earlier was riled in anger and negative emotions, has now had an outpouring of joy. 1-1 now, and South Africa have been sucker punched by a through ball from defence. Very similar goals, the two of them. It was a through ball played forward. The defence didn't do